Hey, I got to take the
I didn't know y'all was gonna do it, man.
Well, you know what? It was just
you always got to be ready.
We got caught in the moment.
There you go. You always got to be ready.
I did not know.
We just got caught in the moment.
Man.
But you know what, Pat? I'm gonna let you have it.
Yeah, you win that. But I didn't know y'all was gonna do it, man.
I only stopped because you didn't join in. That's why I stopped.
I said they doing it. Why y'all ain't telling me, man?
Man, I could have. We just got caught in the moment.
Hey.
We just got caught in the moment.
And I was trying to tell
you know what?
But I beat y'all every time.
Even though I stopped,
Yeah.
he had it.
Yeah.
I was out of breath.
Yeah.
See?
I was out of breath. But it's okay.
See, the only reason y'all win is because y'all cheat.
How?
Oh, man.
I wasn't in this time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? There's always a sore loser.
Yeah, right.
Always a sore loser. Hey, Macon County, how you doing tonight?
What's up, CBTV?
Hey, CBTV.
Bam.
Hey, Macon County, how you doing tonight? Facebook Live and everybody in the county. Here we go. 100.7 FM WUBZ with DJ Booty Rush at Hear Me TV. Tuskegee Virtual TV, channel 181 in town, channel 19 on campus, with Pat Wallace, director, Kimberly Wright, and Jordan. Hey,
That Michael Jackson had on.
I know, right? Hey, you know we gotta add some folks on here, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Look,
Ladrina's in the house.
We got Ladrina in the house.
In the building.
Yeah,
And we
in the building.
always got CBTV.
That's right.
TV.
Hey y'all, but we gotta find a name for Ladrina. We just can't say, "Hey, Ladrina in the house."
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta come up with something.
We gotta come up with something
Yeah.
for Ladrina.
Something appropriate, something that she'll like.
Yeah,
too.
something she'll like. And like I say, hey, special lady CBTV in the house.
That's right.
And guess what, man? I'm so surprised to see Lil Shaka in the
Lil
house.
Shaka, man, in the building,
y'all
man.
see Shaka on
Good to
camera.
see
Lil
Lil
Shaka.
Shaka, there he is.
Man.
Yo,
Man, I
Say
ain't
hi
seen
to
Lil
the
Shaka
cam.
in a while.
Long time, man.
Been a long time, but I remember that little fella running around the neighborhood with his daddy, because me and his dad were great friends, man.
Right.
And we lived in the same neighborhood, man. Old Big Shaka was a good guy, man.
That's right, he
You
was.
know, I mean, I miss him a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and his son, man, it's great to see him, man.
Yeah.
The kid was raised right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great little kid, always a good little kid.
doing good stuff with video too.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
he's good.
Definitely.
Good
Definitely a
stuff.
pleasure to see
Oh,
him,
yeah.
man. Definitely a pleasure to see him.
Oh, yeah.
But we got to get on with the sheriff report.
That it.
Between the dates of July the 18th and July 25th, the Macon County Sheriff Department received 211 volunteer fire transmissions, 1,342 landline calls, 321 E911 calls, and 1,254 radio transmissions for a total of 3,321 contacts.
That's a little bit up.
Just
Just a little bit.
You know,
slightly.
Slightly up from last week, slightly up from a couple weeks, but hey,
But still,
we're way down
from last year.
From last year,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the year before
Yeah.
last.
I
That's
think
right.
I think last year we had like 6,000
6,000,
calls this
7,000.
month. Yeah, that's right.
7,000.
That's right.
Community
7,000.
policing is working.
You know,
Yep.
so that's a great thing.
At least half.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
About half.
That's right.
Cut about half. This time we answered 14 complaints.
Okay.
718 we had arrests for child support. Hey, man, you got to pay that child
Got
Yeah,
support.
them kids, man.
Got to.
Hey, on 718 we had another arrest for what? Child
Child
support.
support.
Yeah. 719 U.S. Highway 80 West, we had a property damage. 719 we had arrest for a robbery first. 720 Persimmons Creek Road, property damage. 720 Wild Road, domestic violence.
Oh, see.
721 Victory Land, robbery second. 722 we had arrest for a theft of property second. 722 we had arrest for harassment. 722 we had arrest for a probation violation. 722 Chestnut Hill Drive, we had domestic violence. 723 County Road 55, we recovered a stolen vehicle. 723 Yarborough Road, theft of property. 723 County Road 10, we had an accident.
Okay.
So kind of busy. A lot going on this week, but hey, it's well worth it. We had 2 domestic violence
We
calls.
hate that.
We definitely
Yeah.
I hate that. Yeah.
but, you know, looks like things are better. A lot of these arrests, too, for child support. Hey, baby, you got to pay for those children, man.
Got to.
You got to do your best to do that. And I'm going to tell you guys that haven't been paying your child support, because sometimes you just don't have a job.
That's right.
It's better to not have a job and not go out there and rob people and do things like that. But listen, on 199, they got a farm out there raising vegetables, organic vegetables. Think they paying up to $8 to $10 an hour to go out there and plant vegetables.
Right.
Good, honest job, man.
Right.
You know, I learned this through Joe. And the guys out there they're doing a great job, man. We have
Joe Turnham?
Yeah. we learned
Shout
that
out
through
to Joe Turnham. Shout out to him.
But they're
And,
doing great things out there with this farm.
Okay.
And the owner of the farm need to get out and meet him. Great guy.
Okay.
Good guys working out there, and they're trying to bring something to the community. So you guys that have child support and things, people are willing to give you a job.
That's right.
Out there, I talked to, man, I was just amazed. Young black guy out there building that bridge out there on Interstate 85, the first bridge.
Right,
that you
right, right.
Hey, that's a black guy's engineer firm.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Black guy, I met him the other day
Yeah.
out there. He came into the office, and he just, hey, man, that is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't know
And
that.
that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is great.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you rarely see.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that give these kids something to
Something
strive
to
for.
strive for.
Something to strive for. A black engineer.
Right.
Black guys can do this too.
That's right.
It's always good to see
and
black
that is not a
businesses.
prejudiced remark. I'm saying that because I'm proud to see that.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
something you don't see a whole
That's
lot.
right. You
right.
don't.
You know
really
what I'm
don't.
saying? So
It's always
I
good
met
to see
him
a black
down-
business
yeah.
succeeding, you know?
and I was down in Jeff's office the other day down here on the exit 38 where he's building his project. And you got to give him a shout out, man.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job down there, but he had some theft down there.
Oh, wow.
And I went down there because definitely we're not going to let that happen.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get down there and help old Jeff out. Jeff Pollard, he's a great guy, spending his money, doing a great thing down there. I saw a picture of the project. You know, I saw a picture of what he's bringing to Macon County, man. It's going to be beautiful, man. Something we can be proud of.
You ain't joking.
Yeah, man. So you got to give him a shout
Yeah,
out.
let's give him a round of
Let's give him
applause.
a round of applause.
Give him a round.
Let me find those.
gotta give him-
Yeah, hit him up.
There we go. Let's give him a big round of applause, y'all. Let's go. Okay.
All right. But that's something you're going to definitely be pleased with, man. They're making good progress down there.
That's good.
And there, you know, many more jobs that have come to Macon County.
I tell you what, a bunch of jobs came to Macon County last week when they opened up those restaurants in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, did you camp out?
Nah, they get a chance to, man. They try to sneak it in on me.
See, you were supposed to be the first one to
I
get the
know, man. They
first wing
stuck
of
me,
chicken.
man.
Hey, man, I tell you what.
Yeah, you could be the first
Yeah,
one on 38. Okay,
All right.
we
Man,
get you
look,
on 38.
That close to the house anyway. You know?
Hey, man, I went down there to that Popeyes. That chicken was good.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
see.
Man, it was hot, and it just had a great taste,
Yeah.
man. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
So I know they're going to continue that, and I look forward to going to Popeyes and eating some chicken.
Chicken. I know that,
They
right?
got
Popeye chicken.
fried chicken, man. But got to recognize everybody here. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live.
Live.
Facebook Live always with Brenda Brown.
What's up,
Brown,
Brenda?
and she says good evening, everybody.
What's
Brown.
up?
Brenda
Hey,
Brown.
my nephew Brent Kennedy.
Brent, what's up,
he
Brent?
said hello, hey Brent, how you doing, nephew? Cherry Jean Pure for Low is watching. Hey, my sister Cherry, how you doing? Douglas Nicholson says hello, everyone, and
What's up, Doug?
That's the
God,
real.
The singer, yeah.
yeah, and he says God bless Macon County. Brent says I got your unc, Andre Bronson and Courtney Bronson, and Motivated Sanders is watching. Hey, Motivated Sanders. Hey, our buddy Patrick Martin says another great week in Tuskegee as University unleashes graduates into the workforce tomorrow.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Okay.
And that's a shout out to all the graduates of Tuskegee University. I know I got a couple football players, and congratulations
Can we
to
get a
Low.
big? Can we get a big TU?
Yeah, TU.
You know.
So guys did a great job. I know at least one football player is graduating. I'm
Okay.
sure some more are. But I know Lowell Richardson, he's graduating and actually works down at the jail for me right now. Good
Yeah.
young man.
Okay.
Played football his 4 years here. Now he's graduating, and that's what it's all about.
Right.
So you have to, commend the athletic program, Coach Slater.
Right.
Slater. Yeah,
Slate
man.
dog.
Slate dog. We got to congratulate him, man, for what he's doing with that program, not only football, but graduating young men and teaching these boys how to be men.
That's right.
And that is very, very important.
Very important.
Very important. Yolanda Patterson is watching. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? Patrick Watson, hey, Sheriff, Miss Sheriff, and the group. Love y'all. Love you too, my brother. McQueen Umi says, hey, family. Peace and love. And saying to you,
What's up, Umi? What's going on, Umi?
my brother Mike Provo. Hey, Mike, how you doing? He's watching. Know he's always saying hello to everybody. does a great job for me. Michael Williams is watching. Hey, Mike. Mike Provo said, what's up, Sheriff and radio crew?
What's up?
We
Yo,
doing
what's
fine.
up?
What's up?
And I know you home rested, Mike, because we've been out rolling, pretty much 24/7, man. So I appreciate you, brother. Patrick Martin says, save me some of that fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Tell Pat he got to come back on the show and get some more.
There you go.
Right.
Got to be here to eat it.
You gotta
That's
get
right.
here.
Yes, sir.
You gotta-
Strawberry and grapes.
Yes.
Douglas Nichols said, Dr. Anderson wishes you happy belated birthday, Sheriff, and many more to come. You tell Dr. Anderson I said thank you, and I appreciate that, and I got to talk about my birthday because I had a great time. Roberta Crenshaw. Hey, Miss Crenshaw, how you
Crenshaw,
doing?
the legend.
The legend, Miss Crenshaw. And I know she's somewhere working to make it better.
Oh,
so
yes.
hey,
That's
we
right.
always have to give her a shout
That's
out.
right.
Give her a shout out.
Brenda
Yes.
Brown said, I don't see your cold water. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Call it out. Thank you, Brenda Brown. I started to call you, Brenda.
Hey.
That Brenda Brown brought the
she
water
said,
up here.
Hey, Brenda, she said, uh-oh. So she over there looking. Thank you, baby. Hey, she said, uh-oh. Hey, it's okay. You just forgot that time. But you remembered the fruit.
They had it ready,
So
though.
I
There
ain't
you
gonna
go.
say nothing bad, baby, because you remembered the fruit.
They had you
And
ready.
the water's good, too. You had it ready. Hey, Brenda, we not going to be hard on her, Brenda. Look at this fruit plate, Brenda. She did a great job.
Yeah, man.
But thank you, Brenda. You keep on her toes, don't you, girl? And Brenda will get in her car and bring me
That's
a
right.
bottle of water.
That's right.
So I appreciate that. Miss Crenshaw says, good evening, gentlemen. Hey,
Good evening.
Lorenzo Thickpen Jr. is watching. Hey, Lorenzo, how you
Renee.
doing?
Renee.
And Patrick say we eating healthy too.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick eating a whole lot of stuff, man. I see them plates he be putting on Facebook and all that, man. That dude can cook, man. He can cook.
Oh, yeah.
Ella Cow says, good evening, everyone. Great evening and fame to you. Ashley Pine is watching. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Hey, my friend Kenneth Ellis. Sheriff Kenneth Ellis is watching. Hey, my brother, tell your wife I said hello, great sheriff in Alabama. Kimberly, Motor City, right. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing?
Motor
Just-
City.
Motor City.
Motor City. What I said?
Motor
So
City.
don't
say
say
it right.
don't say it the
You said
wrong
it
way.
right. You said it right. You said it right.
Oh, you scared me. I thought I said it wrong. Hey, because we do have a different name.
That's
boy.
right.
Yay.
Hey, nephew Terrell Carter, how you doing, brother? Ruth Hooks is watching. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? Paula McKenzie Crawford. Hey, my sister, how you doing? Appreciate the birthday wish, and I definitely gonna tell everybody that. Albert Clarence Bull is watching. Hey, Albert
Bulls.
Clarence. Hello,
Al
and
B.
how-
What's up,
and how
Al B?
do ladies and gentlemen of the show, Seattle checking in here.
that's
Appreciate you
right.
checking in all the way from Seattle.
West Coast, baby.
Yeah.
Paula Crawford says, hey, family, and hey to you.
What's up?
Travell says, big unk with love. Thank you, nephew. Appreciate that. Patrick Wallace is we know Patrick watching over
You
here.
know the instigators in the building.
That's the gator.
Hey, Chris Johnson, how you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us, Chris. Looking forward to seeing you, my brother. Michael Martin, hey, nephew, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, Mike. Tim Phillips, hey, Tim, how you doing? And Tim done left us and going over to, I think, Tallapoosa County or Elmo County. Which one did he tell me?
Okay.
Oh, Tim, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. O. Tim over there. Hey, sister-in-law Kimberly Kennedy Brown. Hey, Kim, how you doing, sister-in-law? Appreciate everything. Hey, sister Swanna Himes, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. And Swanna's doing a great thing. And appreciate everything you're doing out there. Anytime you take kids into your home and try to raise them, hey, man, you're doing a great thing.
Yeah.
And you're taking on a big responsibility.
Absolutely.
true.
Absolutely.
So you got to
true.
commend her for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brenda Brown says, I'm at my family reunion in Columbus.
All right.
So she all the way in Columbus.
Columbus,
But you
tuned in.
know what, Brenda? I bet you would have bought me a bottle of water from Columbus. I bet you would have. But tell your family that the show says hello,
That's right.
and
Yes.
you have a great time.
And travel safely.
Travel safely. And we have Rita Kennebrew. Hello, Rita. How you doing? She's way up in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And thank you for joining us. And, of course, hello, Macon County again.
Yep.
Hey, the home spot. Booker T. Washington, Tuskegee University, Lionel Rich, and many, many more. Rosa Parks. Hey, we can sit here and do this all day.
day, yeah.
The
night
Tuskegee
long.
Airmen. Oh, man, we can just shout out. If somebody knows something, just say them in here and we'll shout them out. Anybody?
Lewis Adams.
Lewis Adams. Hey, man, we
There you
can,
go.
sit, we can sit here and do this all day.
All night long.
But thank you,
Patrick
guys.
Wallace.
Patrick Wallace.
Chef Andre Brunson. DJ
Oh,
Booty Rush.
wait.
DJ Booty Rush.
Hey,
Hey, we
Booty
going
Rush.
down legend too,
Hey, we
brother.
can go down.
CBBT, TV in the building.
Yes,
Yeah,
That's
Jordan. Hey, man, we making history right now, you
That's
guys.
right. We are making history.
Making history,
We
man.
making celebrities. I'm making celebrities out of everybody.
The communicator, the
That's right.
co-pilot. You know what I mean?
And definitely enjoy doing this.
That's right.
That's right.
So one thing you know, the show was developed for many things, and got to commend Pat for just bringing, you know, police, deputy sheriff, law enforcement, should I say, together doing this show and letting the people know. Because when he approached me, I just knew, I thought it was very important to let people know what's going on in the community, what's going on everywhere. But let me ask you a question, because it came up in a meeting that I was at that was very important. Do you think letting people know what happens in the community is hurting us? And I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm saying. And I ain't talking about Auburn. I ain't talking about Opelika and the surrounding area, Montgomery, places like that. But they have crime too. For me, it's important to let people know. But sometimes people in other places sweep stuff under the rug, and it kind of, I'm not gonna say it makes Macon County look bad, but it shows actually what's going on. A lot of people don't like people to know what's going on because they want people to think that their places are so safe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you know, they have image to uphold.
That's right.
But people, I want you to know, crime is everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's
all
right.
over.
So my question is, do y'all think it's better to let people know what's going on or not let people know what's going on? What do you think?
Well, I think it's good to let people to know what's going on because of the fact that you could be staying next door to someone and not knowing there's a crime being committed. And by you not knowing, then you be the next victim. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you know what's going on, then you'll know what to prevent from being the next victim.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
that's why I think it's really good to know that know what's going on in your community, because it could be a lot of break-ins and they don't got everybody's house but yours, but you don't even know.
Right,
And your house
right.
is next on the list.
Right,
So
right.
in order to keep from your house being, you can't stop it for real, but you can prevent it.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And by not be paying close attention to what's going on and not get caught slipping.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So
That's good.
that's what I think. That's one of them right there. So
Don't get the instigator started.
We'll go ahead and start, Instigator. I want to ask that question before we start talking about school. I want you to answer that for me.
Okay, so here's the thing. When we started the show, one of the things that we noticed right away, and when the sheriff would read off that list of the complaints,
Right.
what we started seeing was people in those neighborhoods, when you say something's happening, because it happened in my neighborhood. He called off something in my neighborhood on Green Street. So now I'm looking.
Right.
So this is the thing, is that when people know what neighborhoods are being targeted, you see what I'm saying? And everybody in the community says, oh, something's happening over there on Franklin Road. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can start looking out.
that's right.
You know, we got a whole bunch of eyes, and see,
Right.
that goes along with the neighborhood watch.
Right.
Right.
So when everybody knows that something's happening over on this neighborhood, then everybody can put their eyes on it.
Yeah, pay close
so
attention.
I feel like if you don't do that, you ain't doing the community a good service.
right.
Right,
And
right.
see, to try to sweep this stuff under the rug is a word I can't use.
Right,
right.
But the thing is, you have to be honest with the community.
Right.
You know, that's a big part of it. And another reason for this show is so that we can show that the officers, the sheriffs, all of them are human beings.
Right.
And that they're not just robots coming to arrest you. And the sheriff says
right.
this all the time. We ain't just trying to come and look for trouble,
That's right.
except for the criminals that are causing the trouble.
And that's definitely why we're
Yeah.
here.
Just want to make
Yeah,
it
so
safe for
That's
everybody.
part.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of the job, but making it safe is the job.
It's the job.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
For
letting
everybody.
people know what's going on and making them aware of what's going on is
That's
very
right.
important to me.
Yep.
But also in doing so, people get to say, "Hey, Macon County has a lot of crime." They get to say, "Hey, I wouldn't live in Macon County because they got too much crime." But to me, we're bringing everything up front to let our people know, instead of not letting them know, and crime is right in your backyard.
That's right.
That's
which
right.
really could hurt you.
That's right.
Yep.
Numbers are deceiving.
That's right.
When
Yep.
it comes to that.
Right.
You report this, but you don't report that.
That's right.
Right.
You report this, but you don't report that.
Right.
Yep.
But for us, we report everything.
Right.
Right.
And maybe up front it does seem that we have a lot of crime. But remember, other places have just as much crime or more crime, but it's the way you report it. and what you
Yeah,
do.
and see, you know, when they try to hide it, it's like they're in denial about the crime.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you're in denial about it,
Right.
you ain't doing the community a good service.
So
you
we
see what
got,
I'm saying?
Yeah. So we got something on here that says, and I skipped a couple people on here just to go to what Alexis. Hey, Alexis, how you doing? My daughter here, Alexis Moore, says, I think it's best to let people know what's going on because you need to be aware of your surroundings.
That's right.
And that's a great thing. It's better to be proactive than reactive.
Reactive, yeah.
And that is great.
Right.
And that's a great comment. And I hope
That's
everybody feels that way and don't feel that we're letting you down by reporting the crime. Because like I say, it's very important for so many different reasons.
Right.
Instead of hiding what's going on.
Right.
And we do have statistics on everything.
Yep.
You know, from each crime to whatever, we have statistics on everything. So I wanted to put that out there to see if you thought this was important or not important, to hide things or not hide things. But I think it's better to come up forth because it helps our community and helps the people know what they're dealing with. And also, when we read the sheriff report, we usually tell the areas that these things are
happening in,
so you can be on the lookout.
Right.
And like I say always, the neighborhood watching that you just said is very important. Look out for your neighbors.
Right.
Yep.
You know, we don't want to be a statistic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to look out for each other, and we got to prevent crime as a team.
Right.
As a village, as a family.
Right.
All
Right.
together.
Right.
So that's what I want to
I'm
say.
gonna
about it.
say this too, though. I believe that the government corporation must engage in transparency. Okay, and so hiding these things or trying to hold it back from the community is a disservice.
Right.
Because the government corporation needs to put that information out there.
Right.
They got to put that out there.
Right.
You know, I mean, all corporations need to be transparent. like that.
Right.
And especially the government corporation.
Right.
You know, that anything less than that is bad for the community.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, I'm going to have to go back and say, because I used Auburn Opelika for example, don't think I was talking about them.
Right.
Oh, I'm
know,
talking
using
about
them
them.
as an
I'm
example.
talking about them. I'm talking about them.
Boy, there go that instigator.
I'm talking about
But
them.
using them as an example of what I'm talking
about, right.
But don't think Sheriff Brunson's up there talking about them
Right,
because
right.
I'm not just using them as
It's
an
an
example.
example. Right.
But
To make my point.
Yeah, but know that the instigator's talking about them. Okay, I'm talking about them.
Boy, let's
directly.
Let's get on another subject.
Okay,
Because he finna get started.
you don't get me started on that.
We don't want to get started.
Let's do the drop, man, and we'll
Yeah,
be right
let's do
back.
the drop, man.
We'll be right back.
He
you
getting
guys,
ready to get started.
after this message, man.
Hey Tuskegee, make sure you watch the Macon County Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Andre Brunson every day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuskegee Virtual TV, Channel 181 in town, and Channel 19 on the TU campus, hosted by DJ Booty Rush. Be sure to check out our live stream every Thursday evening on YouTube at Tuskegee Virtual. We're keeping Tuskegee in the know.
And you know this. And you know man.
This. And you know this, man.
You know it.
You know it. But hey, we having some great fruit here. It's good. And I tell you what, Booty Rush reached across here and got some fruit before I told him to. And so did Pat Wallace. So they gonna be in fruit jail next week. We're gonna put them in fruit jail. Yeah, we're gonna put them in fruit jail next week.
Wow.
But what I want to talk about is upcoming school year.
Yeah.
Kids had a great summer. And it's time to go back to school.
Right.
And school starts on August the 8th. And man, that is right around the corner.
Yep.
Man.
And
That ain't long from now.
that ain't long from now.
Short
So
summer.
a lot of people having these bashes to get kids book bags and different things like that, and you have to commend the people doing that.
Right.
So parents take advantage of that. Make sure your kids have all their supplies.
Right.
And you have a lot of people trying to help.
That's right.
So we always do that. The community always tries to help, and I think that is a great thing.
Right. Yep.
But starting the school year out, one thing different that I have provided is the DARE officer.
Okay.
And we talked a little bit about that last time, but I know that's going to be a great plus for the community and for the kids at school. My DARE officer is
What is a DARE officer? Tell the community.
DARE teaches the kids how to stay away from drugs, away from bullying, and different things like that, which is great. You know, it gives them sense of confidence,
Right.
and all of that stuff. It's just so many things DARE does.
He was out that time we did it.
He was out that
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
And we did have.
The other instigator was here.
Oh yeah, and he didn't like the other instigator calling himself the instigator. But Chief Frazier was in here instigating too.
He can't instigate like me though. No, I'm gonna put it in there.
But that's gonna be a plus. And Quinice Shepherd, she's a great young lady. She graduated from the DARE class up there with Coffee Anderson over in Montgomery. And she's going to do a great job, and that's a plus. She's going to be teaching 5th grade there.
Okay.
So she's going to be going to all the schools and doing only 5th grade this time.
Okay.
And maybe next time we'll do a different grade and maybe even have another DARE officer that can do more.
Right.
But that's going to be a plus. So that's something that's going to be different in the schools this time.
Okay.
But since I went to school, things have changed so much.
Change, man.
You know, I look for that first day of school, man.
Right.
I look for my 8 pair of pants, 9 pair of pants that I got every to start the year off, couple pair of shoes, new shirt, and all that stuff. But we can wear whatever we wanted to wear back in the day.
Yeah, they got uniforms now, don't they?
Uniforms now.
Oh, man, that would
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
But I
that.
really love.
I
my
would
first,
hate that.
I really love my first. Well, I like going to school though.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was fun. You get to go see your friends,
Right.
and all that good stuff. Got away out the house, and cause mom and them didn't play going out the house and all that playing, especially during school. But I just love going to school, man. It was fun,
Very
and
good.
it was different from today.
Let me tell you what was the most different thing
What was
that
it?
I noticed. Okay. When my son first started driving, right? I gave him the keys to the car. And I thought about this. When I was 16 years old and I got the keys to the car, I'm just gone until I show back up, right?
Right.
Now you got cell phones that says, boy, where you at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got that electronic leash. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that wasn't even thought of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait.
I mean, think about how much confidence your parents had to have in you to let
you
you
just go.
take the car, and
Yeah,
you
just
just
let you go.
gone.
Yeah.
And I did violate a few times. They said, "Don't take the car to Auburn." Now I end up in Auburn.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, in a rainstorm, stranded.
Hey, man.
And look, ain't got no cell phone in the car.
Right.
I just got to wait till some good Samaritan comes along.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
It's a lot
and,
different,
see,
man.
and see, in this day and age, so much has changed when we talk about kids in school now. Smart technology has been around since like 2007.
Yeah.
It's about 12 years old, right? And in the past, it was unthinkable for a child to have a cell phone in the school. Remember,
Right.
parents would be like, man, all the kids do is on the cell phone.
Right.
Now the parents are doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
at the same time, it's really hard to ban a child from having a cell phone in the school.
Right.
When the parent considers the cell phone a safety device, right?
Yep, definitely.
So it's a fine line between banning them and using them as safety devices.
Right,
Because,
right.
because it's so easy for the kids to misuse these things.
Right.
Yes,
And
definitely.
see, when I was young, they had like parental guidance, and you could put blocks on certain things on
Right.
the TV and stuff. Can't do that now,
Right,
Because I mean, when you talk about restricting a child's access to certain types of information, it's very, very difficult
Right.
because all of the kids have these devices.
That's right.
So if they got something that they're not supposed to be seeing, they might not be able to get it on their phone, but the next kid can.
Right.
So a lot has changed
Right.
since
Definitely.
our day. When we were kids, there was none of that.
That's right. But
there was
definitely-
none of that.
Definitely, one important part, a thing you just said was that these cell phones basically are a safety device for
That's
these
right.
kids.
That's right.
And they definitely make the parents feel a lot better about where these kids are and what they're doing because they can keep in touch
That's right. At
with
all
their
times.
kids at all times. At first when we started getting cell phones and things like that, they were a hindrance in the school. You didn't want a cell phone.
That's right.
Certain people bring cell phones. You take the cell phones, things like that.
That's
But
right.
Now you can't really take these cell phones from these kids.
Nope.
These kids depend on these phones. These parents depend on these
right.
phones. So that is something that's different from
Yep.
when I went to school. When you went to school, totally different.
Right.
Right.
But these cell phones are also used for education.
That's true.
Education purposes.
Right.
And that's changed a lot. And I'm
whole lot.
going to tell you something. One of the biggest changes that I've seen with the cell phones and the young people, I'm sure in the crew over here will verify this. Okay. They grew up with this technology. All right. So the thing is, what started happening was that the adults would tell the young person something. And then now the young person immediately goes and Googles that.
That's right.
And if it's crap,
Yeah.
they're gonna know it right away.
right, that's right.
And there's a lot of that still happening.
Right,
A lot of the parents are hip to that, and they know
That's right.
because the kid will challenge. Nowadays, the kid will challenge you right there.
Right.
Right.
And say, wait a minute, that's BS.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
To the parent.
Right.
And so that's another thing that has changed
Yeah.
is that the parents got to come correct too.
That's right. All the way.
You can't feed these kids any crap.
No,
you
that's
just
right.
can't do it.
You can't.
You can't do it because they're gonna go and look it up
And Google it.
and they're gonna Google it right.
Yeah, they
there.
believe in Google
look,
now.
and right there in front of you.
Right there.
That's right. That's
And
right.
will tell
That's
you
right.
that it's
Right.
garbage. What you're saying.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Booty Rush, I'm gonna ask you, what's the fun memory you had about going to school and
Wow.
starting school back in the day?
Back in the day, wow, I had so much fun. I was in school, man. I wasn't the best kid, but I had a lot. I had a lot of fun when I was in school. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's been a couple of times where me and the guys will get suspended from school, but we'll come back the next day. Act accordingly to what the teacher said, and she know we were supposed to be in school. But, you know what I mean? But it just our conduct was just totally different. Like when you don't supposed to be. When you get kicked out of school, when you're supposed to be in school, you act better.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So it's psychologically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the teacher would just let you just stay there just because you was on the best behavior. You know what I'm saying? But I had so much fun in school, man. I was the candy man. You know what I mean? Because if I didn't go to school, I couldn't make no money in candy.
So you
Selling-
sold candy at school?
Yeah, you had to. It was a lot of us. You know what I mean?
That's
it was
right.
a lot of us because
Wow.
at the time a lot of kids
spider.
didn't like to eat lunch.
Right, that's true.
A lot of kids didn't like to eat lunch, and they want to hang out. They want to do more time just hanging out doing third period,
Right.
second period. And at times the teacher was selling snacks and stuff too.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Along with that, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You just got to beat their deal out. You know what I'm saying? Or have something they didn't have.
Right,
And it was just
right.
so much fun, man. All my friends in school, man. It just was just fun, man. And another thing that we did have in school that they don't have now is the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Yeah.
It made it make you feel a certain self of pride in the world and in
Hey,
the
Don't get
United
the
States.
instigate- don't get the
and
instigator started.
also they had you said a prayer.
I was just finna say,
You said a prayer.
one important thing was prayer at that time
Yeah,
in the school.
it was very, very serious, and you had to do that every morning.
Right,
You know what I
do
mean?
that every
And so
morning.
that put you on the right route of what you need to do throughout the whole entire day. You did that in homeroom. Your first period class, that's who did. Some teachers did it throughout the day.
Right,
When you-
right.
to get
Wow.
just to get the class, together and start it off.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But times have so much changed. I mean, really, seriously, like those old notions, the older notions of the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer, people are getting hip to the lie. And so it's really difficult sometimes to convince folks because just like you talk about Googling information, you Google that darn Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah, it's
It
serious.
is serious, right?
serious, man.
And see, and also you can't offend people too. And that's another part of the equation
Right.
is when you think about this. We had school prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tuskegee is a homogenous place.
Mm-hmm.
Most everybody here would be Christian.
Right.
Okay. Nowadays, you have a lot of Muslims here too.
Right.
And we got to respect what they are doing too.
Right.
Okay, so that's where the problem comes in. You got Hindus, you got all these other different religions, and so the society now takes offense to a lot of stuff. We weren't sensitive to stuff like that when we were younger, but now I don't know if it's the millennials or what it is,
The day and time, bro.
but they really
It's
are
day and
sensitive.
time.
What do they call it? Getting triggered.
Right.
Oh, you said the wrong prayer. I'm
Right.
triggered by
Right.
something. It's like.
And that's true though.
Let me continue some of the fun stuff we did
Uh-oh.
back in school. You know what I'm saying? Let me add an addition to that. Okay.
I can get into that
Okay.
too now.
Tuskegee Institute High School. I'm gonna start right there.
Don't start.
Now, Tuskegee Institute High School, everything the university did, we did. The colors the same, the band the same, and also dealing with the Greeks, organizations and stuff like that.
That's
They were
right.
very deep.
The
off
baby
into-
tigers.
Oh, yeah.
They
Remember
were
we
so-
had the baby
the
tigers.
baby tigers, man.
And look, you had these groups like the Dapsters,
I'm finna
Bone
name
Fi
them.
Bone.
I can name them, bro. I'm finna name them. Let me name them, bro. Let me
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me
Go ahead.
name
Go
them.
ahead.
Do it.
And I can tell you who affiliated with each one of them.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
So
saying?
we might not have time for all
Okay,
that.
well,
I know, right?
let me give you a rundown on some of the organization, some of the groups that we had at our school at the time I was in school.
Yeah.
We had the Dapsters, we had the PQs, we had the Pure Gold, we had the Bonefire Bone.
There you
we
go.
had the ABA.
That's
we
right.
had the Dream Makers. Yeah.
Oh, my
we had
gosh.
Wow.
we had the Female Posse, 8-Ball Posse. We had a lot of who else we had? Oh man, the Quartermasters, man.
Yeah.
I can go on.
No, let me tell you, the teachers had one too. They had a float in the parade, the Furious Five.
Oh yes, the Furious Five. Do you remember the?
You remember the Furious
Do you
Five,
remember
right?
the Furious Five?
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
In fact, the Furious Five had honorary members. It was,
Sure did.
Yeah, it was
Sure
more
did.
than just the five. Yeah, that's right.
Depending if you took that one or not, she was gonna be in that five.
Yeah.
It was 6
Right,
or
yeah,
7 of them.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
off the chain, bro.
It was off the chain.
But we used to
Yeah.
have step shows, man. Greek shows. Each one of those organizations.
that's right.
They had a Greek team. They had a step team.
That's right.
And we used to have step shows, man.
Oh,
and the
my
winner of the
gosh.
step show go to the university and open
That's
up
right.
for the real Greeks. The Greek
And,
show.
and I'm
that's
gonna tell
good.
you,
Yeah.
the two ones that always seemed to win were the
Jacket.
Dapsters, and Bonefire Bone.
Yeah.
Tended to be on top.
Yeah.
All the time.
But it depends on what area you was in. You know what I'm talking about?
Cause
what time you was
Bone-
in school.
Yeah.
So
Cause
did
Bonefire Bone.
y'all do school work during all of this time of fun and
Look,
excitement?
but
I
hey,
don't remember.
Where was the education going on at this time?
They had the
Look,
rock,
we
they
were-
had rocks. They had rocks. What they call rock? What they hang out
Yeah.
at?
Yeah.
They had rocks like the
Yeah.
real
Like
university.
the real group.
So all the groups, when you're Bonefire Bone, you had a rock over here, ABA,
Wow.
PQ. You had your
That's
own
right,
little
that's
area
right.
that you hung out in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It was serious, man.
Wow.
And each one of the teachers at our school was affiliated with the
That's
group.
right.
So that if you had Bonefire Bone, there was the Qs.
That's right.
ABA was the Alphas.
Alphas, that's right.
The Quartermaster was the Zeta, the Sigmas.
The Dapsters was the
What the
was the Kappas.
The Kappas had like 3 or 4 different areas.
Right.
Kappa League, they had PQs, they had the Dapsters, and they had another group. You know what I mean? But each one of the teachers
That's right.
took in the wing of one of the groups. So therefore, you had to report to them. They were like what they call
That's
them?
right.
What they call them? The advisors.
That's right.
Well, look at here. I wanted to talk about.
We went too far.
Y'all done got caught up in
Man,
the past. We were talking about what these kids go through now that's different from what we
Well,
went
no,
through.
but
when
we
were
had it
kids.
fun.
We showed the changes.
Boy, y'all went through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all really went through it, but
Yeah, we had no problem there. We had no problem. I'm gonna mention one more thing though. Cody.
Okay, go ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna mention one more thing. Now they had the Legion of Doom and the Powers of Pain. Yeah,
That's right.
Legion of Doom, the Powers of Pain. It was the collaboration of all the group best steppers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
They were
The Legion
best-
of Doom.
yeah, the
That's
best-
right.
That's when they came out in the casket and all that stuff.
What?
All that,
Came out in the casket?
In the casket.
Oh man!
They brought the casket out.
You remember those dance shows
Yeah.
that they would have on the stage, and they would be pop locking
Yeah.
and doing all this
Yeah.
stuff? Oh my goodness!
back in the
Yeah,
day,
you
bro.
remember that, don't you, Courtney?
Go ahead and remember that.
Patricia Gates.
Yeah, Patricia Gate. Akatonya Barton. The Akatonya Barton. They were
That's
like
right.
the best.
And remember
They were the
Quail?
best.
Remember
They were
Quail?
Oh yeah, Quail.
Quail? Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
my sister Uncle Tanya, she was the best.
Oh yeah. Oh, she can still do it now.
Gates, she still do it. I know
do it
she
now.
can. Patricia Gates and who else?
Patricia Gates and Tracy Adams.
And Trace Adams.
They can still go right
But
now.
y'all had to give them old time shout out, huh?
Yeah. Give them a shout out, man.
And we have to come back.
I was in 2 of them.
Oh my goodness! Not
Hey.
Booty Rush.
I was ABA, then I got out of ABA and I became a PQ.
Oh man!
Yeah.
See, you were a traitor.
Now I'm no trader.
Hey, man, why
we
you
just
do
got
that?
in a situation.
Well, look at here. Y'all done, we about to run out of time.
Oh, man.
And y'all done went back in history about all these groups. And I know we need to come back and talk about the different things for the kids and what's different at school because things have definitely changed for our
That's
kids.
right.
They really
That's
have.
right.
And I want to talk about that and talk about how they're going to protect themselves in this day and age,
Right.
going to school and the different thoughts and different things they have to worry about
Right.
now that we didn't have to worry about
Right.
when we were coming up.
Okay.
Totally different.
Right.
Right.
So I think we need to start right now, and that's going to be the show next
Next
week because
week.
we definitely need to talk to our kids.
That's right. We need
to
to.
let our kids know what they need to do in certain situations
Right.
while in school,
Right.
because they definitely have more worries and more to think about than we did when we were coming up. So we definitely need to let them know that. Okay?
But you know, they also have additional tools to keep them safe.
Well, they
too.
do.
And
They
see,
do.
you know, we got surveillance cameras everywhere.
That's right. That's
Everybody's got a cell phone camera.
Yeah.
You know, if something goes
Right,
down, everybody pulls out that cell phone. That's the first thing that they do.
They don't even
so
break
they're
up the
new
fight.
tools.
They don't even break up the fight. They pull the phone out.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see if it happened. They pull the phone
Right,
out.
right.
But guess what? That's evidence.
But why? Back in the day, we still had criminals.
Yep, we had criminals.
Back in the day, we still had robberies. We had shooting stuff like that. But why didn't we have to worry about that in school back in the day?
Well,
Well,
people didn't have. Well,
you,
we didn't settle our disputes with guns back then so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You throw them hands. You know.
yeah, that's true.
That was the biggest thing.
What has
And-
made
and-
that
and-
change? What has made that change?
I think it's a lot of TV and
Television
videos and
and
music.
the music, that's
changed
right.
So next week y'all have an answer for me.
That's right.
Access to guns.
That's right.
So next week y'all have an
Oh,
answer.
we,
for me.
yeah.
we'll be
Those
ready.
some of the
We'll be
things
ready.
Be ready for
We'll
that.
be ready for
Yeah.
that.
And I'm gonna go ahead and close
Okay.
it out with
Yeah,
with our Facebook
Facebook, yeah.
because we're running out of time.
Okay.
And close it out with our lovely Macon County and the people in our listening area. We're gonna go back to Roberta Crenshaw said, looking forward to coming back on the show to discuss the great success
Okay.
of the Cancer Survivor Summit. Many relationships were formed with the vendors and citizens of Macon County. And she did a great job with that. And yes, many relationships were formed then. And we look forward to supporting her some more on the cancer survivors. And those cancer survivors were amazing, man. I got a chance to be on the panel and sit there, man. It was just a great program. So you always commend her for always helping people, especially with those cancer survivors. Jackie Dennis, hello, Jackie. How you doing, family? You doing all right? Thanks for joining us. The one Heim says, thanks, brother, and thank for all you guys do. I am glad to be a part of a great team, Team Brunson. Hey, and I'm glad you're on Team Brunson, my sister.
appreciate
it. I'm glad you're on Team Brunson. Howard Ray is watching. Hey, Howard, how you doing? Howard is the new chief of police out in the Franklin community.
Okay.
Out in the
Right,
Franklin
okay,
community.
okay.
So that's
Howard
great.
Ray.
Gwendolyn Reeves, hey Gwendolyn, how you doing? She's watching. I know she wants to say hello. Alexis Borum, hey Alexis, how you doing? I think it's best to let people know what's going on because you need to be aware of your surroundings.
That's right.
It's better to be proactive than reactive.
Right.
And I skipped down to say that to her, and I'm reading that again because that's very important.
Right.
And that's a great thought.
Great
and that is
thought.
definitely true. That's the way
Absolutely.
I feel. Lily Wood says, good evening to Brudy Rush, Sheriff Bronson,
What's up,
and the
Lily
crew.
Wood?
May God continue
What's
to bless your
up?
show.
What's up?
And thank you. Thank you for everything.
Okay.
Yashika Fraser's watching. Hey, Yashika, how you doing? She says hello to everyone. Donna Quinn is watching. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Alexa said that's a good example. Also, I don't live in Tuskegee, but all of my family does, and I still let them know what's going on. Some more going on with the reports from here in Auburn. The only way we know something is if we're close to the campus and get notifications. So that's the only way they know something, to get the notification. And they do those notifications to keep those students safe.
Right.
And that's a big part of also
part.
not letting people know because they don't want to lose those students.
That's right. That's right.
And that's smart. Talisa Haynes is here. Hey, Talisa, how you doing? Thanks for joining us on the show. You doing all right? I hope so. Albert Bull say, "What's up, Instigator? Is your engine cold? You didn't hit second gear on that previous subject about transparency."
Hey.
And we tried to calm him down.
Yeah,
man.
we did.
Hey.
You know, we
had to
tried
put
to
the
hold him
leash on him,
down.
man.
Hey.
We had to stop the show for a minute, and we had to cut and paste to hold him down.
I felt that tranquilizer dart from somewhere.
Hey, Orlando Whitehead, my brother Orlando, Kevin Whitehead, how you doing, brother? Thanks
Yo,
for joining us, man.
Orlando.
Does a great job, man, and he's part of the community. Love the community, love the sheriff department, and I appreciate everything he do for me. That's my buddy, my friend, my brother. So one of the Hines say, parents, please join your school PTSA so we can come up with ways to help our children. Hey, and that's what it's all about.
Right.
And that statement is very, very important.
Very important.
Help our children.
Help our children.
Renzo says, hey guys, it's Rennie. I got on late. I heard that part about government cooperation. I wanted to tell you that the corporation will not listen to people like they used to. They are in themselves. Right now down here in Southwest Florida, the sugar around both sides of the let me see. Now hold on, I lost it. The sugar and oil companies dump their toxic waste and their contamination has spread it around both sides of Southwest and Southeast Florida and parts of Mississippi and Louisiana. The transparency comes from people who vote that can change rules within the local and state constitutions.
Okay.
Oh, that's serious there.
That is serious.
Right.
Man, that's something we might need to
See,
investigate.
Rennie knows the difference between the corporations and the government. He knows.
Really, man.
Yeah,
Smart,
he's
man.
heavy. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know.
so
Smart guy.
Renzo says, I have the update on the fan project in about 2 weeks. Sorry for the delay on the info. Well, I tell you what, Alfonso, we have really exceeded what we wanted on the fans. My goal was about 50 fans to help about 50 families, but now I'm over 150 fans.
Nice.
So now we got to just not figure out. We know how we're going to get them out, but we got to get them out to the elderly and the people that really need the fans. So, I think my fan drive was a success. Definitely had a lot of people to support it, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you supporting the elderly and the cause for what we're doing this for.
Right.
I thought it was very important. I'm always looking for ways to help, and I appreciate the show here and y'all support. Appreciate you, Brenda Brown, for coming out, and everybody that donated.
Brenda.
Brown.
Everybody that donated and helped.
That's right.
Everybody that gave a fan. Everybody that gave some money. I got your names. I'm gonna definitely say them. But I think it's for a good cause, and I appreciate y'all supporting me in this endeavor to help others in the community.
Right.
So I'm gonna say thank you to everybody, and still, Mr. Thickpen, if you have some fans and you got some donations, we'll definitely get them out to people.
Yep.
But man, 150 fans is a lot of
of
fans.
That's right.
Yep.
So that's great. Yashika Frazier says Flash. And
Flash. Forgot
Yashika
Flash.
Frazier said, that was a group,
That's
Flash?
a group, Flash.
Oh, okay. Wow. Boy, look at
Forgot about Flash.
Yashika said, yes, those were the good days. Aringa Thickpen said, we raised money with our step shows. That's how
That's
we
right.
went
That's
to
right.
England twice, fundraising masters. We were. And by the way, the jump rope for heart program for Washington Public
That's right.
that raised $119,000
That's right.
for air conditioning that sat on the top of the school was a result of Miss Rhodes and the fundraising from selling products including Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's
we
right.
sold
I
to get
remember that.
money.
That's
To
right.
this day, Krispy Kreme will still use donuts as a fundraiser.
That's right. That's
Man,
right.
that's something else.
Yeah. Omar Neal was a part of that
That's
too.
right. I
now.
remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
Helen Jackson, hey Sharon, lost your number when my carrier replaced my phone, but I seriously need to talk to you. It's vital. Okay, well I'll call you after the show, Helen Jackson. Mr. Thickpen says, in this day and age with kids, it's all about knowledge. We need the 3 times more available with books, news, articles, and maybe self-defense classes in school as a curriculum.
That's right.
Kids need to understand that our past to avoid problems in the future. The key is all about education. And I agree with you on the education part. Gregory Quinn is watching. Hey, how you doing? Rasheed Jones is watching. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, y'all. Ashante Bentley. Hey, thanks for joining us, Ashante. And Miss Crenshaw says, good night, Z's. Great show. Hey, and with that said, I'm going to give my shout out to the family. Always my family, my wife, my kids, and everybody. My little grandson, Jeremy, and everybody. So shout out to, got a shout out. And I always give my shout out to everybody in this community. Can't miss anybody because everybody in the community seem to be trying to do their job.
That's right.
And trying to be focused on what we're trying to do here. Definitely shout out to Joe Turnham again.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
Joe.
his team for all they're doing. And man, we coming up.
That's right.
That's
right.
it.
And what they're doing, man, is going to create jobs, economic development. Will create jobs and things that we need for the betterment of this community. Because they can lead us to the water. We can make money to feed our families and buy the things we want. Then we don't have to take other people's
That's
stuff.
right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We cut down on that crime because the goal is to feed your family, take care of your family. And that's what we'll be able to do with these jobs. So thank you, everybody. Those are my shout outs.
There you go. I'm going to give a shout out to my production manager, Jordan. I'm going to give a shout out to Ladrina in the house,
There you
Courtney
go.
Brunson TV in the house, and Chaka. Welcome to the fam, bro.
There you go, shout out.
Yeah. And give a shout out to my son, Izzy, in Las Vegas.
Indeed.
Izzy is doing his thing. He's performing this weekend in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So yeah, he's got a new venue. Give a shout out to my mother, Alfreda, and those are my shout outs right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I like to
Oh,
give-
you know what? Wait, one more thing. People must have liked that topic today because you saw those comments.
Yeah.
So we were on a roll. We gotta
We'll get
follow
back
up
on
on this.
that.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
follow back
follow
on
up
school
on this.
coming up
Yeah.
on this 10th,
Go
yeah.
for it.
All right, I like to give my big shout out to my wife and kids. Love you guys. You guys came up there day before yesterday, and y'all flew up there to rescue me side of the road. My car broke down on me, man, and they came to my rescue.
Oh yeah, it's good to have family. Man.
Yeah, man, I love y'all, man. My kids, all of them marched up, got to bed, and came up there and got dad up out the road.
Okay.
All right, big shout out to y'all too. Okay, also big shout out to the guys right here at this station right here, 100.7 WBZ. That's the communicator and the co-pilot in the building. Also, I want to give a big shout out to one of your dispatchers. That's Mika Smith.
Okay.
She got me the right number to Central of Alabama towing place, and they came out to get me. I called everybody all over the place, man. By at least 17 different tour places, wasn't able to get them in there, but they came through. He came out there, got me situated. So
Hey,
big
that's
shouts
great,
out to
man.
this.
And,
John is
good.
the name is at Central Alabama.
Yeah,
big shouts out
Big
to him.
Johnny.
Yeah, Big Johnny.
Johnny's his name.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny does a great job over
great
there.
job,
He
yeah.
always comes out, man, and he does a lot of work for us too,
Yeah.
man. Very dependable.
Very dependable.
And he'll be there. He gets his butt out of bed.
That's right, that's right.
And so I have to commend Johnny over there and his crew.
Yeah, he came on out
And
there.
I got to say this, since you're talking about dispatch, and I always tell them, and I tell you, we really appreciate them. You know, they're definitely the lifeline for my guys.
That's right.
And they're the lifeline for a lot of other people because they're on that phone and they calm you down, they make you feel more comfortable.
That's right.
And they'll stay on the phone with you
Yeah.
while things are going on.
Absolutely.
And man, that is very, very important. So I have to give everybody a shout over there in that department. Those dispatchers are great.
Because you know the Tuskegee dispatchers are over there at the E911
Right,
center
right,
now,
right.
too.
Uh-huh.
So I'm
Yeah,
complying.
so
Yeah.
shout out to all of them.
Hey, and again, I have to say, we got a couple more people that joined us, and that's Sabrina Turk, who celebrated the birthday the day before mine, I think it was. Sabrina, thanks for watching. And Arthur Moore, Brother Rush, pray
What's
all
up?
is well with you and your family.
Okay.
And
Appreciate it, bro.
I got to tell everybody thank you for all my birthday
You had
wishes.
the birthday. What you doing the birthday? You gotta do, man.
Hey man,
We
thank
missed the whole
thank you
thing.
for the birthday wishes.
They gave you
that
a big
I got.
shout out on the station,
hey,
too.
man, they gave me a big shout
Shout out
out.
to the
yeah.
station.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw you put a post on there, and I appreciate that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot of other people
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
You see, Jordan did a real good tribute.
Yeah,
With the work. Well, you know that.
yeah. I ended up going to work for a minute, but my guys really needed me, man.
Right, right.
So I never mind doing that. If they call, I'm coming.
Coming, that's right.
And I was home enjoying myself, but work called, man. I'm
That's
gonna get
right.
up and go when they
Yeah,
need
no,
me. I'm
that's
going.
right.
So that was a big part of my birthday, and that's okay.
That's right. That's right.
But I just want to say thank you to everybody that bought me cakes and everything. I mean, I can't even talk about it.
Yeah,
Imagine.
yeah.
But you know, the liqueurs and everybody that came out, man. I just can't name everybody
Right.
that stopped by and just sat with us. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
hey man, it was great.
Great.
Great birthday, and appreciate
Birthday.
everybody.
So how you 20,
right.
26?
Man.
How you 26?
35.
35?
35.
35 years old, y'all.
Going
That's
on.
it.
Next year I'll be 34.
34?
There you go.
All right, y'all, that's been our time, man. Another edition of the Share Report. We're going to start off where we stopped off from tonight.
That's right.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
week.
yeah.
We'll follow up.
We're going
Part
to
two.
follow up part 2.
That's right.
On Back to School.
We're putting a
And-
bookmark on it.
But put a bookmark on it. And it's been our time, y'all. And we'll see y'all next week, okay, on the Share Report. Peace.